All right, all right, all right. We're gonna have this, but not until I finish with my coffee. Currently brewing it. Hey man, likewise. Well, hopefully I'm going to be down in Stockholm next week. So we have to see. What are you up to now? What you currently doing? Alright, this evening format is going to be a little bit different than the rest. Usually I give some what you call it reviews, chat about like other people's artwork, all good stuff. But tonight, I think I'm going to actually work on my hand again. Like doing something. It's been a while, so please don't expect some magic, and just enjoy while hanging out with me. Cool. Oh, you're finishing your last assets for your Leah and start looking for new play. Best of luck, baby. You know me, only the best. So you'll get it. Keep working on a portfolio as well. So yeah, just go crazy with those things, man. Ooh, ads. Man, Priya got ads. That's honestly, it's something that I don't know, like how to handle, right? When it comes to ads. Seriously, like, dude, like I'm old and I don't know how all these things actually working. I got ads, right? So please, if anyone in the audience know how to actually, settle with all these ads and everything, like I need to set it up, yo. Because shit, I didn't know I got ads. But we'll see. All right. So I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna leave my mic on so I can like chit chat with you guys as well. All right, so let's go. Looking at something that I'm working. So story behind this piece, right? So today, cool, like break time, right? I managed to model myself a cylinder, right? Imagine a Priya making a cylinder inside Blender, and then I messed up with the mesh a little bit, and then like put like some heights to it, nothing fancy, and I ended up with something that I haven't been doing for I don't know years, right? So I just start painting on top of it. So but I was out of time, so of course like I only have like break time and I don't have lunch today. So I was like doing this while I'm on my lunch break basically, and I don't know, I'm continuing it while I'm home, right? So I managed to do this. But again, comments are welcome, but don't be too harsh. It's been a while. So yeah. And my man, and I think you're gonna get those studios, man. Keep pushing. The condition is not that good, but goodness still out there. So keep pushing. And don't worry, and holla at your boy if you need something from me as well. At least I can help you morally. So yeah. All right, so let's go. I'm gonna try to share my screen. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. Well, this is something that I've been. I don't know. It's been a while. See, the only thing that I managed to do is this. So it was crazy, right? This took probably took a long time for me. I used to be faster on this, right? But this bricks alone, this took me around 45 minutes to finish. So this is crazy. I didn't expect this. Oh man, like I'm out of practice. So might as well do something again. There we go. So we'll see. What do we have here? Definitely, man. Oh, welcome. So if you can see, like everything here is just out of whack. See, like all my lines are just definitely what you call it, bad. So I might have to like work on this again. Definitely I will have like a second render pass, but right now let's call it like I'm sketching all these lines, you know, so we'll see. So I'm before I finish the day, like you know, at my lunch break, I managed to finish this one piece of curbs brick. So now I'm going to start with the rest. Hopefully I can finish something as well. So what I'm gonna do, like I'm gonna sample from here and check. Oh, look at that. It's all good. There we go. So I want to always want to open my wireframe for references and probably turn the brush a little bit smaller so it goes to my favor. So yep, that's looking quite okay. Maybe a tad bit more smaller. There we go. Okay, so using like this guidelines, I will drag a line here to create my not outline, but you know, curvature lines. And I'm just gonna sculpt something out of here as well. There we go. So basically I'm outlining all of this using curvature or like lighter color. I'm calling this my highlight face. Okay, and I'm gonna move it. Then I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So yeah, just working on it, like really, really careful. Other side. Just draw those lines, you know, carefully. And, you know, you don't want to be making my mistakes here if you start doing all of this. So I want to lock this, so... There we go. I'm gonna be freezing my transparent pixel. So we won't bleed over. So on this one. Okay, now I'm finished with like outlining that. I usually punch in a little bit harder on like making the corner looks a little bit softer, yeah. So, like that. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm just pretending that this is like some kind of a sculpting software, but it's like, no. Like this is purely just texture, so I create this, I don't know, this fake sculpt basically using my paint. And over here. Oh, that's quite similar. Maybe I'm gonna create one over here. through there. And I think like I picked something a little bit more lighter than the rest, so probably I just want to add some of these lighter color to like other side and remove the wireframe for now. So I'm just going to highlight my highest peak only, right? It's not everything, because we want that, the illusion of the surface being a little bit higher. So that's why. And also over here, right? Let's say like a lot of reflections coming here, like lights are pooling. So I'm going to do that as well over there. There we go. That looks a little bit more okay. This one. And this is quite tricky, but sometimes you enjoy the process just by, you know, like just bending your goddamn body to be able to draw as good as you want. I mean, ideally you don't have to do that, right? But I don't give a damn. If you're enjoying it, then might as well go for it, you know. So I hate that. That's bad. Here, I'm gonna fix this a little bit. There we go, making it a little bit more smoother. Oh yeah, that looking okay. And I need to go with this one. Again, always check back to your wireframe so you know for sure that it's going to be like there. So I'm going to use this wireframe to kind of guide my lines again. Doesn't have to be, don't rush on this one, you know, just do whatever you think it's right. And well, like, you know, your stroke is like good enough. As you can see, my stroke here is like sucks balls. But I don't care. At this point, I already like content with whatever I'm making, you know, so. And I remove again the wireframe, and I'm start like blending with the fake corner, right? So let's create like more of those fake corners to make sure things a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna carve away some stuff. Over here still look pretty sharp. Let's fake it out, baby. So this is what hand painting texture comes to. You just fake some details so your result is a little bit more believable. Not that I'm good at that, but at least, you know. Then I sample color from this one and make sure I push the, you know, the peak a little bit low. So as you can see here, like that, the illusion is the surface is a little bit flat, which in reality, well, it's not, right? So I just fake it till you make it. Story of my life. And also here, like it, maybe I make the cursor a little bit more smaller so I can get more detail there. But look at that. It's the illusion. There we go. So yeah, looking okay. See, there is something that you might have to clean, like this one, for example. Might have to clean this one a little bit. So I will go grab this color and just paint on top of it. See? And now I can move here. Sometimes it can be very blurry, but you know, depends on what kind of resolution that you're working as well. Like for this texture, for example, like I'm going, what you call it? Like old school. I'm doing small on this one, so that my texture size right now is 500 512 by 512. Hey Mo, good to see you here. It's a little bit of a different content for today, as you can see. So this time you're able to see me working on my dump drawing. Yeah, but like I said, been out of practice for a while, so now I'm back. At least I'm trying to get back to my groove. We'll see. Now I'm flattening this again. There we go. Maybe around here, I might want to flatten things down. I mean, at this point, what you can actually do is just observe your work, right? So, I'm currently making, well, basically, this is just something that I create real quick, right? So, today, like I was mentioning before, at work, lunchtime, like I didn't get like my lunch opportunity, so I was like drawing this, and then I create a simple cylinder and start dabbling with it, and then it ended up with something like this. So I start painting on top of it, and I came up with this. So might as well finishing it, right? So that's what I'm currently doing. But again, this is something, trust me, like when it comes to this kind of thing, after a while you do all of this, and then you've been idle, basically not touching your drawing tablets, or I don't know, just drawing in general, you get rusty. One thing that probably not going to be rusty is your skills in referencing things. You can translate a lot of your visuals in your head, but when it comes to putting it on paper or on your work, it might be a little bit difficult. You're not used to it anymore. But well, that's the challenge. That's why when it comes to this kind of lifestyle, so to say, if I can call it lifestyle, it's all about repetition. Yeah, because repetition is king when it comes to this kind of stuff. Me, look at me, like I'm not been doing the repetition for what, maybe 2.5 years now. Now I feel like I'm a little bit lost on things. My theoretical skills are there, but my practical skill are definitely rusty. So later on, and just remember, every time you have like even like a bit of a time, try your best to just, I don't know, practice. Precisely, Mo, and I cannot agree more when it comes to that, because well, this is what happens to me. Right? This is something that not even I can fake. So yeah. I mean, I understand some people love to be humble and just like, oh, like I'm this, I'm that, like I've been rusty and whatever. But when it comes to me, when I said I'm rusty, it's real. Like I need more practice. Right? So I'm thinning down a little bit, like the color over there. We don't need that kind of contrast. So in the end, later I will be back to Photoshop, maybe just working on these textures again. But for now, I think I'm good with this. Like I don't need more. And this is exactly what I've been looking for. Then how many stones we have? Like, oh, we have two more, so that's not that hard, hopefully. So let's go continue with this one. I'm just gonna make my brush a little bit smaller and grab this color. I'm gonna start sculpting this one, and let's see our references. When it comes to this, I need to go back to my wireframe, which I cannot see anymore. So yay, thank you for breaking on me. Let's see if I can see this. There we go. So the key is W. There we go. Gonna go do this. Yeah. Okay, just careful. Go with the guide again. Look at that. That's also the problem with working with a smaller texture resolution. Maybe if you work with like 1K or 2K, you have a little bit of like more room for detail. But when it comes to this, like there's not so many room for details that I'm struggling. But at least the good things about that is, well, I don't have to draw things clear. So I can just kind of wing it, and it still looks okay. Just like the pixel art effect, if you know what I mean. Pixel art, I mean, if you look like really close or you zoom in really close, they're just like boxes, right? But when you zoom it out, like at a certain resolution, it looks amazing. So this is what we are going to get from here, you know, like not necessarily I have to do like crazy details, but I can draw something close enough to make it believable. So I'm gonna flatten two of this surface. So we have a little bit of variation. See, that looks okay. And also for this one, there we go. Also, I want to mention that next month, yeah, I mean like next month, literally next week or something, couple of weeks from now, I'm not sure, if I'm not mistaken, that there will be like a game conference event happening in Poland. So, well, if you guys happen to be lucky enough or like, you know, able to attend, I think that's a really good opportunity for you to start networking on that event. There will be a lot of like tons of professionals that you can not take advantage of, but you know, get to know, right? Just maybe bring up your portfolio and start showing them to people live. And at this point, like everything is crazy already. We need exposure as best as we can. And yeah, Mo, maybe one day, gonna pray for that one. Because right now, like the condition is not, at least me personally, I think it's not good for a lot of us, you know. Like it's really hard to travel anywhere. So, you know, I'm kind of sad with whatever happens these days. The world used to be like, you know, your oyster. You're supposed to be able to go all over the world with no pressure, no limits. this word as your canvas. Like, I want that. Right now, there are some certain places I cannot travel to just because of like some matters or whatever happens. God damn it. I'm not trying to be political, it's just, my god, like I miss those. I used to be able to travel with no worries. But, well, maybe one day, just like Mo said. Also, everything's so expensive, god damn it. Oh, there we go. So now I'm gonna remove that. Oh, this is looking okay. Kinda believable-ish. So this is it. One more to go. Let's nail this down. Go. See, the line doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to resemble a line. I mean, it's a really good practice as well for you guys to not worry too much about, like, you know, perfection on your lines or on your drawing. Just sometimes you just have to let it flow and let all of those, you know, correct themselves. Like right now, like I'm kind of fix my bent line here, but I still took advantage from it, you know, so it makes my stylized nature more natural, so to say, and that's what I want, and that helps a lot. Just those happy little accidents. Oh yeah, always take advantage of what you've done, but they're always the control Z if you need it, right? So don't be afraid to make mistakes, guys. Oh, this one is nice.
Trying to steal my life. Watch out, no, it really can't work out. Really got nothing I should worry about. My karma feels so legit. But look at this. I took a risk, doesn't get better than this. I'm flying, but it's alright. More life when I let it flow. Yeah, bad vibes can affect my mental tempo special. Woo.
There we go. Oh, look at that. Looks like more natural when we see it from this kind of distance. It's something. Okay, right now what I need is just to make the surface a little bit more varied. So if we, I mean, we learn about lights and everything, right? So this is just how to translate lights reflecting on every kind of surface that we want to create. Doesn't matter if it's like wood, stones, or like, you know, your basic elements, steel, those kind of thing. You might want to look at those surface a little bit, like, you know, often, and you will learn after a while like what kind of reflection those surfaces make. So later on when you try to render it in your work, it's going to be a little bit easier because you're already used to like looking at them. I'm not saying that what I'm gonna be doing here is like 100% correct, but well, I have to try. Right, so what I remember about like a surface of a stone, and sometimes the surface is like, you know, sloping down, then some of them are like sloping up. All right, so you just want to make that variation. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's give it a try because that's what I'm doing right now. Again, there is always a Control Z button. See, I'm just like putting some random blotches with like a little bit more darker color than my base color. And basically I'm doing this on top of like a single layer. So I don't do layers unless I need it later. Then here, I'm just like filling in the blank. Maybe here a little bit more darker, right? Here as well. And then we zoom out a little bit and see if we got like a good surface on top of it. Looks okay. So all I want right now, I'm just going to blend it a little bit. And you have this smudge brush that you can use. Sometimes it will help. So just go around. See, like I made that by accident. Look, kind of looks okay. By accident, god damn it. That's good, right? Just trust the process. So you play along with your smudge brush, you know, enjoy the process and see what you get. Like right now, oh look at that. Like I got 2 dents naturally just by doing that. And I'm gonna grab my brush again. Now I'm gonna try to just blend them in general with whatever color I have, and sampling from like the other one that I don't have. Like this one is a light, so I'm gonna sample from there. It's gonna blotch here and there. Then let's pull up. Ooh, au natural. So that's what you're getting. Then I'm gonna start working on this side. I'm gonna sample color from this one, making this a little bit darker, maybe darker over here, here. I don't know, just random. And then I will grab this one, the lighter one. I'm gonna mix the light here. Okay, so there we go. Now we got like a different surface all together. Now it's time for me to play with the smudge brush again, probably like using some power smoothing brush. I know this is going to be like a little bit 1,000 times more better and natural if you're doing this in Photoshop, but I don't have access to Photoshop right now, so just have to make do. And look at that. Like these white lines over here, like I didn't plan that one, and it's there now. So there we go. We might want to put a little bit of a filter as well later, but we'll see. Okay, better save this before I lose this. So right now I will try to deselect things. Hey, not bad, right? Yeah, I have to work more on that those cobblestones, but there's nothing for today, you know. There's always tomorrow. Not gonna lie, right now I just want to go to Photoshop and just put like some whatever retouch up on that one. But I have to be okay with whatever I have right now, so I will do that again. I will freeze the transparent pixels. I'm gonna put some random dark here and there. And also I might have to push a little bit of like a light there. There we go. You know, like maybe filling in lights on where we don't have before. So like that. That looks smudgy. Like that. You don't have to care too much about this part, I guess, on the back. Because I'm guessing whatever I'm going to model later is going to be happening in the in the foreground, not on the background. I don't know. I was thinking to put some action here, right? So maybe create a model here, maybe a what, like a street light or a post box, a mailbox. That one where you used to like send posts, and then maybe what, like a vending machine. I don't know, but a lot of things can be happen only from this. So yeah, we just have to see, because as for right now, I don't have like any plans at all. So go with the flow. That's what I want. And I think we can have something. Now we'll see if I have enough time as well on the weekend to actually continue this. I kind of messed up the light lines here, the texture, the contrast lines, so I just might have to fix that. Like I said, nothing to be worried about, because you can always fix things. Go, so one more stone. No stones left unturned. This is what I'm currently doing, so we'll see. I'm gonna start working on some damage just real quick. There we go. All right, man. Will do. So later on, when I'm in Stockholm, I think I can highlight you. So maybe we can hang out. And I think that's that. I think that's the only thing that I'm going to be doing tonight, at least, right? That's quite an okay progress thing. So later on, I'm going to try to figure out like what kind of texture should I create, like on the other side, because I done with that pavement blocks and I done with the cobblestones, and I have to do something about the thing over there. I don't know, maybe just your basic grounds, herringbone stones. I don't know. I don't know. We have to see. But anyhow, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like as short as it is, I really appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck with whatever you're doing, you know, especially when it comes to like making your portfolio or just finishing your artworks. Do your best, never give up, and keep pushing it, you know. You can do it. So after I finish with all my, you know, travel here and there, I will be back with more of the, I'm not gonna call it portfolio review, but maybe I should call it an artwork review, right? Maybe we can discuss what you guys been making, and we'll never know. Maybe it's something that we can learn from. I'm sure that I'm learning a lot from, you know, giving reviews to you guys. And I really love to have that. So the next one is not going to be portfolio reviews. We're gonna call it like art reviews and or art talks, while we can talk about your art, sharing it like the rest of the world, and I don't know, just have a good time in general. So yeah, for now, I'm gonna say good night. I hope you guys have like a great night. You know, sleep well and everything. All right. Don't overwork yourself. You know, there's some. You know, make sure there's time for rest. Okay. Best of luck, and I will see you soon. Hopefully, real soon. All right. Have a great one. Salam. Peace.